throw my phone in the air to find out like which room he was in or whatever beforehand. So the idea was if we can get Emmy up on the roof, she could talk to the guy and use like her brain powers to convince him to come out and like jump off the roof or climb down off of the building to come outside and then walk away with us so we could do what we got to do, interrogate him, kill him, eat him, whatever, off the site without the guards ever being none the wiser. You know what I mean? Without them ever finding out. But to do that, we have to get Emmy up on the roof, and that takes some effort. And that's kind of where Jimmy was going to come in. Jimmy was going to try to get Emmy up on the roof to do that. The whole while, Nika was not Nika, Callie was supposed to watch. I think the back door, and Varys was watching the front door. So in case anybody came in, we could keep an eye on things. You know what I mean? In case anything like went wrong, we could kind of like attack them, pincer attack, whatever. So while we were playing this, Callie was like, fuck this noise, let's just go and get them, which is pretty hilarious. So that's where am I wrong?
All
good
the time.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I jumped up. I think I jumped up.
Did we end with you jumping? I think we did end with you.
I think I was going to jump.
What was the last
And
one?
then because she jumped, I went up, and then Jimmy jumped. That was pretty much.
We're all on the roof now.
Yeah.
Because the last rolls were Emmy Auspex with 3 successes.
She was looking at the guards.
Oops.
Because one of the guards, Callie brought a little bit of attention to the window accidentally. He saw her. She used Nightmare on him, and it basically roused the guards up a bit. And they were like a little one at the very least is a little suspicious. And Emmy was trying to get like a read on their mood, which she did. She got a read on if not all 3 of them, at least 2 of them of their moods. And one was suspicious, and the others were relatively calm. One was like watching Dota 2 or liked Dota 2. We got very fourth wall-y with what the guy enjoyed watching. But I don't remember if we left off with you guys actually doing any throwing, or if it was like, all right, Callie went off to do her own thing and we cut it there. I don't remember.
I think that was it.
I think that was it too. That sounds like what I remember, but I could be incorrect. This is the pitfall of being away for a couple weeks.
Prospects, and then we didn't have any other rules past that.
Yeah, there was no way anybody made jumps or anything like that if there were no rolls. All right.
No, because I was like, hey, I have a better idea, but everyone still wanted to go with that other idea. So we're going with that idea. We're going to do it. We're just going to go. Like, let's not talk about it anymore.
Well,
Let's
hold
go.
on, Maggie. I'm perfectly fine with another
No,
hour.
just go. We're going. We're going. The goal is we're gonna put me up there and we're gonna go if we haven't done that yet.
Okay. Callie, where did you end up going?
I was on the roof with everybody, and I'm just standing there now.
I think we were all heading to get on the roof. I don't think we actually got on the roof yet because there were no like strength checks and climbing checks and stealth checks because
I'll stay down, or I'll help up Emmy.
all right.
I can help her up, right?
I mean, you're welcome
2
to.
people will help me up. I'll be like, the when like an empress is being carried on a chair.
And the 2 of you plan on just kind of going hoot and like giving her a toss and hoping she clambers onto the roof safely. Is that the plan?
I can totally toss her. I'm huge.
We're basically cheerleaders at this point.
All right.
I have mega strength. I will like fling her wherever she needs to be flung.
All right. So the plan then, as far as I know, is the 4 of you are about to wheel your way around the back. And Callie and Jimmy are going to kind of put Emmy's feet on their hands or however you want to do it and do a hup, hup, hup toss. And then Emmy's going to have to make grab and climb onto the roof. That is the plan, correct? Quietly, which that's what rolls are for. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, sounds good. Let me pop open the sheet. I'm not going to...
the face of someone who's not... I'm not very strong.
No, you are not very strong. But if they roll well with their toss check, it may be a very small or no roll at all for you to actually reach the roof. Here's the thing.
Like,
Jimmy and Callie are both... Jimmy and Callie are both relatively strong already, Jimmy specifically. But the 2 of them, you both could pump a blood point into you to boost your physical stats by 1, if I remember correctly.
I have 4 strength.
Oh, then you're both super damn strong. So yeah, that doesn't matter.
Did we forget that that's like the core tenet of
Look, it's
I'm
been
freaky all the time, and
a
I
little
can
while.
punch through like a wall.
Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true. All right, so because you're both kind of looking to just throw her straight upwards towards her. If you guys get close to the building, kind of wait for the guards to get out of sight. You do it very quietly. I'm thinking, obviously, we're going to have you make a strength plus maybe I'm trying to think what would work here. A strength plus athletics check, just the athletics maybe being like you're being on point with where you're tossing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is throwing stuff.
Yeah. So give me a strength plus athletics check, Callie and Jimmy, please.
Please do well. Please do well.
All you need is a couple successes in order for it to work. You guys got a nice base of a very, very high strength to work with.
If I have vigor, can I use vigor for an extra point?
It's going places, kids.
Damn.
All right, that's
Damn,
good on
son.
you.
Have fun on the roof.
Vigor is, I think, physical, but I will double check very, very quickly.
It's a
Fastball
physical
special.
kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a
So
fastball.
vigor is spend a point and you get strength, extra
Yeah.
strength points equal to so spend a blood, and then for the rest of the scene you get an extra strength point for each vigor dot you have.
So it'll give you an extra point in strength.
Which I'm gonna do that.
Yep, you absolutely
So
are
do I
welcome
add
to
a
do
plus
so.
one?
Yep, you add a +1
It
to
also
your
makes you super good at jumping.
surprise, surprise. All right, so that's a
Hey!
total of 5 successes for the both of you
A lot of
combined,
successes.
which is going to drastically reduce the amount of successes Emmy is going to need here to clamor as she gets up there. So, Emmy, the two of you kind of give like a whispered 1, 2, 3 toss, and you're the body of a 9. You're 9. You're a 9-year-old, so you're very small, and you got 2 rather beefy vampires hurling you upward.
I'm 4 feet, 60 pounds.
Yeah, so you're nothing for even one of them, but the 2 of them is really, really nice. All you're going to need to make for me, and it's going to pop open your character sheet just so I can take a quick
Because I wrote it
peek.
down. Because I remember we were talking about this. I was like, I should write this down before I forget.
It's not even going to be a strength check. They toss you so high, you don't really need to do any clamoring. However, what you're going to need to do is kind of like land with a little bit of grace in order to not make a ton of noise as you kind of hit the roof. And hopefully,
Like stealth.
so this is going to be a dexterity plus stealth
Ooh.
check.
I wish I could turn her invisible thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, dexterity plus stealth.
Mm-hmm. That's all you're going to need.
It's not letting me select. Okay, dexterity, stealth. Now it's letting me. Okay. And this is a normal roll. No bonuses.
Not that I know. The bonus that they're tossed means you don't have to make a strength check, basically.
Oh my
To
god! Did I
clamor.
just roll 0?
You did roll a 0. So, Jimmy and Callie.
I had one
I
job.
moved them again. I moved them. My body's everywhere.
I spend a willpower for her.
No, unfortunately, no. Not after that. So I'm going to make a couple rolls here. And in the process, like Jimmy and Callie do a 1, 2, 3 toss, and it was like you guys
So
did.
what does this mean for me, though?
So you
do I-
already are on the roof. So
I
there's
land on the roof, but I make noise.
Oh,
It-
you're on the roof.
yeah, you got on the roof. So basically their 5 successes means you didn't need to make a strength check to clamor at all. Basically they toss you high enough where you're able to grab on it and be up there without any need for like an extra check. However,
It
you
just
still
makes
need
a
to
noise,
land
probably.
quietly, whether that mean like going into a roll or whatever it is to kind of disperse your momentum. However, you landed kind of on your hands and knees. You kind of hit it with a thunk as you landed on it. It was a great toss by Jimmy and Callie. You went up really. It reminded you of being tossed in the air by family members when you were just a little, even smaller, and being caught. However, being lost in that memory, you landed rather hard. And I'm going to make a couple rolls here.
She lands on the roof and she's like, ah!
Yep. Yep, exactly. And the 2 of you immediately heard that. The 3 of you, rather, heard that without a problem. And I'd like all 4 of you to make me what is a perception check, which is what? Wits plus composure, if I remember correctly?
Si, senor.
Wits plus composure checks, please and thank you.
Whatever you say, Captain. She roll normal, good.
Oh, I need to roll 1 more. Yeah, this is good enough. 1 success, 3 successes, and then Jimmy. Emmy, you as well. You're welcome to do so. Wits plus
Really gotta
composure.
work.
Oh, you want me to
I did
roll
it.
as well?
Yeah, wits plus composure. I apologize. All
Wits
4 of
plus
you.
composure.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know I had to roll it as well.
No, it's
Someone
fine.
remind me.
Wits plus composure coming in hot. I got one success.
All right. Out of
Which
the
is funny because I'm actually good at those things. So
out of the
sad.
4 of you, only Varys is able to hear what sounds like a startled murmuring coming from first floor further back. Somewhere on the first floor you can hear it. And quickly, even Jimmy's able to hear after a few more moments, what sounds like hurried footsteps. Some seem to be going up the stairs, and some seem to be heading toward the door, like somewhere on the first floor. You can just hear. So Varys heard some murmuring, and all of a sudden, some movement of feet.
I would like to just be as quiet as I possibly can, and like, I don't know, plank on the roof or something to
Yeah,
make it look
you're
like
welcome
I'm not
to.
there. I
Sure,
don't know
sure.
what the best idea
So
is.
make
up
me
here.
if you're just looking to be
No.
Do a planking check.
if you're just looking
Can I
to
make a planking
Roll
check?
for memes.
make a meme roll. Are you just looking to go into stealth mode basically, just to try and go
Yeah.
quiet and invisible? So it's going to be a dexterity plus stealth check, please.
Okay.
While you are just going to make a roll. What are the 3 of you doing while she makes that roll?
As soon as I hear that, I'm gonna give
3.
Callie a tap, like a light tap on the shoulder to get her attention, and just like gesture towards the door that they're coming to, drawing a sword.
Okay, you gesture to the door, and my butt's out.
Just go in nightmare mode. Got it.
I'm,
Here they get past
Okay.
you.
I am going to avert
haven't
my
asked me.
eyes because I'm a gentleman. Avert my
There ain't
eyes.
nothing gentlemanly about Cal's ass. It is like
Also, and let's be honest, Varys is not turning his eyes because he's being a gentleman.
Yeah, that's just his
it's
he's
excuse.
very honest.
just an ugly person. No, I'm not. I'm gonna get. Does it look like they're coming out this way?
You didn't see them. You just heard noise. If you
I'm gonna
want
go
to
around
take a
the
look in the
side to
window.
make sure.
Well, I'll go look in the window if I need to. Mathis, she was getting ready to moon them.
Yes,
Like,
nightmare.
uh,
Nightmare them the
I'm
first one.
Prepared action mooning.
Yes, I got you.
I'm scrapping that. I'm going around to the side of the building.
Okay.
instead.
Jimmy, what are you doing out of the...
I'm climbing the wall to go up to where Amy is.
So do you just claws, or do you climb normally?
I have my claws out already. So,
Okay, so that just
yeah.
makes climbing almost like really easy for you for the most
I can
part.
roll my like 10 dice if you want me to. See
You
if
never
I get
know
any
what's going to
successes.
happen. Make the roll. You never know. D&D has a funny way of being like, you're rolling 20 dice, you have 0 successes.
It's true. I could just pull the siding right off the house.
You
instead of
could.
climbing the house.
But almost instantaneously, as you see Varys and Callie go do their things and you hear it, that's all you needed. Academics. Why is academics in there?
Ha!
Doesn't matter. You
not-
succeeded, but still.
I clicked
You
the
know.
wrong thing.
-3.
It's pretty amazing.
I assume you meant
But-
athletics.
Yes. Yes, I
Honestly,
did.
though, Jimmy has never rolled that terribly. I
No.
feel like
Whenever Jimmy
he's like pretty average or like ridiculously amazing roll.
It's one of my favorite
can
things
do-
about Jimmy is like he doesn't like to do anything, but when he has to do something, he just does it.
Yeah,
Just does it.
exactly.
So-
He's like, I ain't doing that.
You all hear something, and Varys and Callie run off to their separate things, and you just see Jimmy go shh, shh, almost Wolverine style. His fingers elongating and become these gruesome, monstrous claws. And he's kind of, I imagine Jimmy kind of just shrugs and just raises his eyebrows and just whoonk, whoonk, and just starts climbing his way up the window, up to the window. I assume that's your plan, is to go to the window.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll see what happens. So, Callie, you went to the side. What is the plan for you to be on the side of the house? What are you looking to do on the side?
I want to make sure that nobody comes out the front.
The front
I'm
door?
Just, like, keeping an eye on things.
Okay,
I
so
can
you're like in the side of the
see
house,
there.
keeping an eye around the corner. And
Back
Scott,
door,
you're
yeah.
at the back door.
Whichever one we were throwing her up on the roof to, that's the door I was staying
Okay,
by.
yep, back
so
door.
more or less we have the doors covered. Yep.
Yep, absolutely. So the first thing that happens is the back door swings open with like a loud whack. This guy just like might have just put his boot into it, and if he opened it, then he just kind of just used as much force as he could. The screen door swings open and clacks up against the paneled side as this guy stands out with his pistol drawn, pointed down off to the side. And Scott, are you just right there in front of him, or are you off hiding somewhere?
It's one of those literally as the door opens up, I'm just off to the side, like around the door frame with the sword out, like prepared action to attack him if he opens, sort of a thing.
Okay, so the door swings open and you just see the first step stand out. Do you give him a chance to say anything, or do you just immediately act?
I have bloodlust and I see this as a fight. I was told I got to kill, so I'm gonna jump in for the murder.
All right, and we will go into initiative after your first. So you get a surprise attack, and then we'll have everybody roll initiative.
Well, we didn't say we had to murder all of them, just that one guy.
We had to murder the one. Didn't matter if we did the others.
That
That's
is
kind of what it comes down to.
100%
mean,
correct.
your morality maybe, but yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because Varys avoids fighting if he has to, but then when combat's there, he gets all bloodlusty.
Yeah,
So,
we know. We saw how many
Yeah.
people you sliced open at the graveyard.
I'm good at what I do. All right. Dexterity, weaponry, attack roll, making my attack now. Do I get bonuses for surprise, or is it just free round? 'cause
Just
they're
free
surprise?
round surprise, and he has a defense of 3, which I think gives you a -1, if I remember correctly. Because defense works a little weird, and I'm always a little blundered on it. But even if it was a -1, you still hit for 2.
Defense gives a penalty to my rolls, right? That's
That
what
is
I get
correct.
for.
That is how defense
Whereas
works.
armor should remove successes or whatever. But would he get the defense if he is surprised?
I'm just gonna let you have the 3, and then we'll go from there. So you, without even, you see his leg, and his body lurches forward before he takes a deep breath to say something. You cut him you cut him off before he can say anything, and you just swing your lunge forward and just driving the sword right into his side, and the guy immediately screams in pain as you just pierce him. All right, let's roll initiative, everybody, as he gets his attack off. So let's get initiative off of everybody, please, and thank you.
Yep. Rolling now.
All right. What do I need to do for initiative?
Oh, that's right. I think you just have to roll 1d10.
3. Is there anything else I add to my initiative other than my initiative number?
I roll 1d10 plus
No, you just roll 1d10 plus your initiative number. That is it.
Okay.
7.
Cool.
So 10 for Jimmy, 11 for Emmy, 16 for Varys, 13 for Nika,
Christ.
and I'm just gonna roll.
These kids don't have a chance, do they?
I mean, if they're just mortals, likely not. Okay, so actually, the 4 of you are all gonna get to act before they get their reaction, before they get to act, which is great. Starting with Scott. Scott's gonna go first, and Scott, you plunge the sword, doing 3 points of damage to this guy. He's screams as a sword just cuts him, and blood spurts all over the ground below. What is your next action?
I'm just gonna hit it with the sword again.
Okay, just gonna take a -1 to the roll.
-1 to the roll. Thank you. -1 and go.
3 damage, doing 5. I mean, as a mortal, this is incredible amounts of damage, doing a whopping 6. He screams out, and blood spurts, and you quickly withdraw your sword from his side, and I imagine just wheeled up and just go right for the chest and try and finish him off immediately. And as you kind of spin your heel around to face him face to face, coming around from the corner of the building you actually do plunge the sword deep into his chest, and his scream is cut before a gurgle spurts forward, and he falls to his knees and then off to his side, kind of leaning off of your sword that is plunged directly down into his chest.
Okay. I want to move after I kill the guy, move into the house, but to some sort of cover so that I'm not exposed in the doorway. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So what's the layout of the house when you first open the door?
The back door leads into the into a living room area, while if you remember correctly,
I
the
was
front
the
is
front
the
door
kitchen.
and Nico was the back door.
Oh! No, I thought Nika was watching the front door. Yeah, it was the other way around. Nika was
Okay,
watching the front
my
door, you
apologies.
were in the back door.
My mistake.
No,
Go
no,
ahead,
no.
say back
I
door
think-
inside.
I think I was at the back door, but regardless, that went all off the rails, so now I'm at the side.
Okay. So if you're at the front door, that's fine. You step into the kitchen is where you step into. And there's a wall there, and that's where the table is with a couple of chairs and a laptop that's clearly watching some television or some Twitch of some sort. And
You know what they're watching. We know what they're watching.
we know what they're watching. So yeah, you step in and then slide to
Any
the
chance
side.
you could take cover behind the fridge?
The fridge is off into the back. You could take cover from the fridge. The fridge is up against the hallway, so you would protect yourself from being seen down the hallway. You'd be off to the side, but not from the front door and the windows to the front.
Perfectly fine with that. That sounds great.
So we'll say that's where you move and you push yourself up against there. Next in initiative is actually Nika. Nika, you heard a scream, followed by a scream cut short, and a few coughs, and then silence. So
Do I know how many people have I seen? How many people are in the bottom
you all
floor?
know that there are 3 guards in this building, along with the guy you're looking for. And you know someone, maybe multiple, went upstairs, and some, maybe multiple, stayed downstairs. So there was at least the one guard. There might be another one down here.
I'm gonna try and bust in the window and get a surprise attack on some dude. Are you okay, honey? You're rubbing your eye a lot.
Oh, just dust. I'm good.
Okay.
Little dust. So you're gonna make me a wits plus composure check, please.
Mike, want me to get that for you?
Please. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I keep.
Whoa, man.
That's why I keep Scott around.
Hey, whenever he needs it, I'm always here to blow Mike.
Oh God, Scott. Okay, so your goal is to wait for somebody to swing by the window and try and just reach through the window or dive through the window and just get an attack on him.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
Gonna go
So you take a second, you hear the screaming and the gurgles, and then the cut short. And before that, you let that distract you. You eyes on the window, and you're looking. And the window you're looking at actually leads directly into the hallway. And you actually see somebody quickly start going down the hallway and just about to pass your window. You want to dive in to cut him off, or you want to dive in behind him?
dive in to cut him off.
All right.
Or at least like try and time it so, you know, a little bit each, but I want to tackle him as we come in.
Okay.
Like,
I
as
see.
he
I
passes,
see.
wanna go,
I see what you're saying. Let's do for just to dive through the window. Let's just go with a dexterity plus athletics check to get through the window smoothly and just kind of just like
oh,
burst through.
God. This is not gonna go well.
Callie's not graceful, so I don't imagine this is going to be graceful. We'll see how it goes.
Show him up. Tell him how graceful you are. Be like, I'm graceful as fuck. No.
So what's gonna happen is
Crashes into the window.
you're gonna get through the window and you're gonna get
There
in.
was a success there.
Yes. So you're
It's
gonna
gone now.
you clamber. Basically, you kind of just you elbow the window and you quickly try to clamber in and get this guy before he runs through. However, you're not gonna have an opportunity to grab him on this turn. He's gonna be a little bit past you, but he's gonna wheel around the minute the window busts open and you see this monstrosity just brushing
Next
broken
turn.
glass sticking out of your nasty skin as you just climb through and kind of lurch yourself into the hallway, turning to face him.
I'm so metal.
Yeah, and just like with your body ready to just destroy this guy. Next up in the initiative is going to be Emmy. Emmy, you lay low and get quiet. And within moments of the three of them clambering off, you can hear obviously Jimmy climbing, and he's really close. You hear, like I said, the gurgle and then a smashing of glass. If this was supposed to be quiet, that's out the window at this point.
Not quiet no more.
No.
I'm gonna roll down off the roof. Do I see Jimmy when I get there?
I mean, yeah, as soon as you peek over the roof, Jimmy is basically at the window. So that's
Okay.
where he's going to
I'm
start his
coming.
turn. And yeah,
I'm gonna be like, can you open the door? And I'm gonna hold my turn until Jimmy does his turn, so that then I can tell the guy to and all that stuff.
gotcha. So Jimmy, it's immediately to you. Your plan is to just bust through the window?
I do want to. I guess I'll just turn my what do you call it? My Auspex stuff on so that I can hear better, though.
That will use your turn.
Oh, it does use my turn.
I think because you're taking an action, correct?
Okay, never mind. I
So,
don't want to do that.
yeah.
Then. Never mind.
I think when Nika rolled, because of the fact that it was technically a chance die, if you don't select chance die, it rolled 0 dice. Because if you actually like hover over the number of successes where it says 0, there's nothing within the curly bracket parentheses. There's literally no numbers in there of what she rolled. So I think she actually had to press the button chance die. She didn't roll any dice, hence no successes. Get what I'm saying?
Should I go again and see if I murdered a guy?
Well, why does it say athletics minus
What's chance
1?
die?
Because she just
she's not
has
proficient.
Because I have no
0.
points in it. So it's
Oh,
a
okay.
-1.
So a chance die, a chance die is just a d10 that you roll.
Yeah.
So feel free, that makes sense. -1 is, so you should have 0 dice technically, but there's no such thing as 0 dice. You get a chance die. So yeah, gonna have you re-roll right now before we go to Varys. Up in the top
Okay.
right corner, see where it says
This
normal?
chance.
Yeah, hit that, and then you're just gonna roll a d10. There you go. That's better. Still the same thing happens, but you rolled a
Oh,
chance die.
0C. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
Because now it shows that you rolled that 7 there. So at least we know that you had a chance of or worse. But you had a chance, whereas before it just didn't work. Okay,
Yep.
sorry.
Cool,
sorry,
cool.
I just noticed.
So
Okay, yeah, I wasn't used to that being a thing. So
No.
I was very confused. I was
that's
just
like the second time a chance die has ever come into play, I think, so far. So we're good.
Yep.
All right, Jimmy, your plan is to what? You're up
Yes.
by the window.
I'm opening this window.
Do you take a look in before you bust in? I'm assuming you.
I am opening this window.
Okay. So do you just claw it and smash it open? Is that the plan?
That seems dangerous. I don't want to get glass all in me.
Oh no, you might
So
not probably get pierced at all, but okay. no. So you want to just like put your
You
claws
might
under
not.
it and then just
I'm
go.
just gonna, I'm gonna put my claws under it and open the window, which is probably, let's be really honest, going to have the exact same effect.
I mean, depending on your
still.
roll, yeah. So it's gonna be like a strength plus brawl check just to rip this thing wide open. Getting your claws under it is easy because they're supernatural claws and they mostly just melt through everything.
Melt. Just like the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Done. All right. Boom.
D&D.
Not even one success.
I
Does that mean you
love.
don't open the window?
So what it means is like he gets his claws.
Can I fail to open the window?
So the way I see it happening in my head with 0 successes to open this thing is that you kind of just when you jam your claws into it, you mangle it so badly that it just jams and you can't lift it. So you need to spend an action just busting through it. You're not gonna be able to slide it up. Like you were just sloppy. You were just like you ran your claws around the side and then under it and fucked up all the wood, and now it won't slide up. Meaning you could you could either bash it or you could literally just go and just bust it from where you are.
Alternately, at this point, can I literally just throw myself through the window with my movement?
I mean, you absolutely could, yes. Go ahead and give me. You're just gonna climb in. It'll have to be like similar roll to Callie's to just get through the window.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. Like it's not gonna fail. It'll just kind of determine whether or not you are clumsy at it or not.
You want dexterity athletics?
Yes, please. Sorry, I should have specified.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's fine. So you kind of just run your claws along the wood, and again, still not fully used to your abilities. You're still relatively new. You weren't as smooth as you would have liked to, and you mangled the wood to the point where it wasn't able to lift. So you kind of shrunk and said, "Fuck it," and just threw yourself. Yeah, and you just
throw myself through it.
The glass shatters. You roll in, and when you land on your feet, you actually see the guy you're looking for in the corner with a guard with his gun drawn, pointed at you in front of him. And now it's the other two's turn, because one is dead.
No, it's my turn.
Oh, you held your turn till after Varys. You are correct. I apologize.
Exactly.
So, what are you going to do?
What do I see? I
Are
see
you-
some guy holding a gun at.
Yes, so if you look in the window, what you see is Jimmy, like, superhero, like, pounced stance.
Is this round 2 or still round 1?
Still round 1.
So round one.
go.
I held my turn.
She held her turn. That is correct. So yeah, you see Jimmy crouched in beyond him in the corner of the room nearest the door. You can see the guy you're after in the corner, kind of crouched down, with a guard with his gun drawn, pointed at Jimmy, with a look of worry on his face, and anger.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I hope this works, because it doesn't always work. And I want to say, drop.
All right. And that's versus his resolve and blood
It's
potency.
intelligence plus intimidation plus dominate versus his resolve plus blood potency.
Yeah, gotcha.
So intelligence plus intimidate.
That is so good. That is so fucking good.
All right, I know what you have to beat, so go for it.
Intelligence, intimidate plus dominate, which isn't a ton. This is why I need to put more in this. Common experience. What?
You
0. Come on. How'd I roll that many?
So basically, what happens is you're trying to get this guy's attention, but he's so focused on the monster that just busted through the window that you can't even lock eyes on him. You can't meet his gaze, which is what you desperately need to do, obviously, to make this power work. So as much as you're trying to get his attention, a 9-year-old girl's little voice from the background is being completely tuned out by this guy as he.
No one ever listens to me. God.
And now we go to the two guards.
Does she get a tantrum? She's like, no, no, no.
Exactly.
We'll go to Callie first. Callie, do you have a defense of any type, of any sort right now? You have 1 + 0 defense, so you're not going to give him a penalty. So this guy wheels around on his heel, seeing this gross, elongated, jagged monstrosity in front of him, and he doesn't give it second thought, and he starts shooting at you immediately, which everyone is going to hear within a rather large radius in this area. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. Okay. Guns do bashing to you, correct? This guy seems like he has no hesitation. He sees you, he looks disgusted, but zero hesitation on his face before he levels his gun and just pops 3 rounds into you that hit you, 2 in the face and 1 in the chest as you stumble back, taking a total of 5 bashing damage. Guns typically don't do much, but this guy has incredible aim and just does 5 bashing damage, sending you like a 1.5 steps back. Doesn't knock you over, but that hit hard. He mumbles something, but you don't know what it is. It's probably some sort of swear or whatever, but he seems rather composed. Swinging up to the guy on the second floor facing Jimmy, he does the same thing, where he just fires some shots at Jimmy immediately.
Does Emmy let out like any cries of pain or any shouts, anything, or does she just like take it like a boss?
Callie?
I said Callie, I meant Emmy. Or maybe I said Emmy. I don't know what I said, but I mean Emmy.
Emmy didn't get shot.
Oh, Callie then.
Callie
oh my
got
god,
shot.
I'm fucking up the names.
I haven't gotten shot yet.
2 E's. 3 E's. Oh my god, Callie, Emmy, and Jimmy.
Well, Cal. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Kelly, Emmy, Jimmy.
So it's Cal.
This
Cal
is
and-
I'm having a
No.
good night. Jimmy, you've seen guys with guns before.
Fuck
You've taken
I got shot
shots.
in the face.
You've taken shots before. They don't do anything to you. However,
Nope.
this guy seems trained and just levels his gun, and the look of worry and fear that's there for a few moments, he seems to compose himself and levels his gun at you and pops you for 5 bashing as well.
Aw, buddy. You shouldn't have fucking done that.
Yeah. Wolverine mode activate.
That is correct. Now we go back to the top of the order. Varys, you kill this guy. You quickly press yourself up against the wall to the side of a refrigerator to give yourself cover from the fridge. You hear the window smash, and very shortly after you hear pop, 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 and then upstairs you also hear pop, pop, pop. Hearing fighting. So you now know where the other 2 guards are. One on this floor, one on the second floor. What do you do?
Okay, but there doesn't seem to be anybody around me that I've noticed.
No, nobody around you that you noticed.
Okay. I'm going to use send the point of Vitae, burn a Vitae to use celerity to seriously increase my speed and run my way upstairs as quick as possible.
Okay.
To get to the one that is shooting at Jimmy. I guess Jimmy's the one upstairs.
Yep, that is
So,
correct.
So to run up behind the guy that's shooting at Jimmy and hit him with my sword.
All right. So you, within a blink, you're a blur. You fly up the stairs, quickly like narrow down what room it is after you pass a couple, and you enter the room and you see the guys back up against the ghoul, so you can't get behind him, but you can get to the side of him or obviously in front of him, who's got his gun leveled at Jimmy. And you just want to take a swing at this guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
You may.
Jim,
-1.
just in case people don't know, my speed is an 11. When I burn a celerity, it becomes 22.
Yeah, he's
22 is very fast.
almost imperceptible to a human.
All right, let's see. Katana blade with my katana blade, and attack.
5 damage. Jesus Christ.
Yes. I got you, Jimmy. I got you, Jimbo.
So again, you see, if you were watching, a camera eye perspective, Varys kind of closes his eyes and seems to kind of focus on himself for a second. Eyes snap open, and it's almost like in a blur, almost flash-like, gone. Flies up the stairs. If you listen, you hear like the thunk coming up the stairs, and he stops short of the guy, and with sword drawn, just goes for like another quick thrust into the guy's stomach, and hitting clearly a bunch of vital organs. As this guy isn't even able to scream, he just immediately coughs and sputters blood from his mouth. Though still awake, not really gonna be awake for much longer. Going to
Okay.
Callie. Callie, this guy just shot you. And that hurt more than any other gun that shot that's ever hit you before. And this guy doesn't look phased.
I can't decide whether I want to go for the gun or whether I want to go for like his ankles. I'll start with the gun. I'm gonna try and kind of grapple. I'm gonna take the gun or his arm or both.
Okay. So you're making a grapple check specifically.
Sort of. I'm attacking specifically his arm or whatever.
Okay, so if you're gonna go for
I'm gonna
targeted attack, that's gonna be I want to say for an arm it's a -2 or a -3.
Oh Jesus.
Where a head is like or an eye or something like that, it's like a -5 or something.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
gonna
do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say think just for the arm it's a -2, so you're gonna make if you're going for just raw attack, strength plus brawl, -2. Then again another -1 for his defense, so overall a -3.
Okay, so
yeah, chat.
brawl.
She's trying to disarm him literally.
Yes. Strength plus brawl.
Yep, -3 total.
Oh Jesus. So modifiers -3. Oh my God. I really hope this works. It's not going to. I'm gonna get like a -8.
Impossible to
That's
get
not even-
negatives at least.
You'd be surprised. See?
So there you go. You
-8.
lunge at this guy
I'm
bearing
gonna
your
fucking die.
Well, you don't die when you fill up on bashing damage. You just start to take lethal instead. So you're good. You're fine. Vampires can
Okay.
take bashing relatively fine.
I
It's
was
when-
pretty horrified. I was like, I have like one fucking hit point.
No, it's when lethal starts stacking up is when it starts getting dangerous. Because then you
Okay.
can go into torpor, I think, is how it works. You still heal, but it's fine. So you lunge at this guy bearing your crooked teeth, and just like, I imagine this unholy noise comes from your throat and your mouth. Lunging at this guy's arm, looking to literally remove his arm, because you know yours is missing, yours dusted. You would like a new arm to add to your collection.
Yeah, I know.
However, the guy, seeing you coming, again seems rather trained as a combatant, much unlike any of the other mortals you've really fought before, is able to sidestep out of the way, pressing his back up against the wall, and you kind of just moving just a bit by him, almost getting him. That is
I
going to
did
be.
like the Looney Tunes right past. That's
No, you're like right where he was. Is what I'm saying.
okay.
He steps
so I
and you land.
lunged and he backed up. So
Yes,
it's just
that is
contact.
correct. Yep. All right, so it would go to Emmy, but Emmy, you pushed yours to right after Varys, right? So that's where your spot is in initiative is going to be. So Varys,
Well, that was just for that round.
does it work like that? And how does it work in D&D, Scott? When you hold your, is it readjusting you in the initiative order?
In 5e, there's no such thing as holding your turn. In older versions, there's prepared actions or reordering yourself, which is what you're talking about right now. I honestly don't know how it works in this system. Your call.
It shouldn't matter that much.
I thought we could choose whatever we wanted to go in, to some extent.
Oh, that was when we played Star Wars.
Yeah,
was
that's
amazing.
Star Wars. Yeah, that was the
so
way Star
cool.
Wars worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Or stars outnumbered too if you're doing ship combat.
it doesn't matter to me either. So Emmy, if you want, we can say you just still have your position in the initiative. And what do you plan on doing? Now seeing Varys up there having just basically gutted this man.
I want to walk up to the guy who we're supposed to be looking for anyway. He's like curled up in the corner, you said?
Yeah, he's directly behind the guard. The guard is like covering him.
Oh.
So he's in the corner. The guard is in front of him, being attacked and gutted. Do you want to climb in through the window? Is that a plan, like your movement more or less? You want to get in through the window?
Oh, I'm not in.
I imagine you were peeking
I
down
guess
from the
I
roof
have to get
initially.
into the window.
So I'd need a strength plus. I'm sorry, a dexterity plus athletics check to clamber on in. Especially from the roof upside down, it's going to be a check.
I thought we were on like a balcony or something. I'm so confused.
I thought you guys threw her up on the roof of the building.
Dex plus what was it?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Sorry, our understanding was that we were on like the roof of a porch.
Yeah, it was like a. That's what I thought. I thought we came down from
know-
a porch, and now it's like this.
I
thought it was like a balcony of like a porch type.
I
of
did
thing.
forget about the
Yeah.
porch completely. The balcony of the porch. I forgot that was there. You are correct. You can just climb into the window. You don't need to check. Because the window is bashed in. So no,
Judgment
you don't need to check.
pass.
So you just climb into the window. It's fine.
Okay,
You're good.
and there's still somebody in front of the guy who I needed to get to.
Yeah,
right?
so what you're climbing in and you're immediately behind Jimmy, and then in front of Jimmy is Varys with the sword plunged into this guy's stomach, who is standing in front of the ghoul that you're after.
Oh, but he's hurt.
Yes, Varys has done quite a bit of damage to this man.
I'm sure Varys is keeping him distracted. I would like to walk over to the guy who we're supposed to be coming for.
Okay, and what do you plan on doing? This guy is clearly freaking out.
I would like to bite him.
Okay. That is going to be, you're just going to go in for
But
a
she's
bite.
gonna like come up to him and be like,
It's okay. We're here to help you.
and then she's gonna bite him.
So do you want to make like a domination check to like calm him immediately?
No, I'm just saying that. I mean, I can make a check if you want.
I
but,
was just asking if that's what you wanted.
I don't want
do.
to dominate him. I just want to bite him. But I just wanted to like.
Okay, if you're going in for a bite,
start with her being like, "Oh, we're here to help you," and then she's gonna bite them.
like I said, so you're gonna go for a bite. Like I just said, this guy has no recognition on his face. He's panicking. He's screaming. If you're gonna go in for a bite, I'm gonna need a strength plus brawl check on him because he's gonna flail and try and fight anytime. And if you get anywhere close within like touching distance.
Okay, strength plus brawl. Okay.
Yes, please.
Can I? How does the willpower thing work again? Because I can spend willpower.
You can
right?
spend a willpower, which gives you like a huge bonus on everything. However, gaining willpower back is difficult. I will give you an exacts on what it gives you bonus, but I think it's like a +1 to everything. Let me just double check for you right here. Willpower. Blood potency willpower. Fighting beast within. Vampires against blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, that would be cool, Scott. If I could learn things from blood, because she kind of like she learns things from touching things. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a cool idea. I wonder if that's like possible. I mean, I'm sure I
I
could
don't know
just
if that's a
make
thing.
it
Very
possible.
Anne Rice thing.
John's shaking his head no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Part of
It
the
should be a thing. That's cool.
That's
it
totally.
is for drinking like powerful undead. Like I'm saying undead, powerful vampires. I know that. but-
That's very true. Yeah.
yeah, but not for like mortals. And
When you straight
I
up
say
eat someone's
Maggie and
soul.
we hop on a Skype chat and we make the rules for it and we pitch it to Mathas. That's right. That's what we're gonna do. And if he says no, we make him say yes anyways.
But then I'm just gonna be like eating everybody to get.
I mean,
info about them.
it's cool.
It
Like,
is cool,
tell me
I guess.
Oh, you don't want to? Okay.
Traumatizing for the poor people that I'm like drinking their blood from.
That sounds horrible. Where like it's like this is why I hate these books just a little bit because they're so unorganized.
Maybe I wrote it down in my notes.
There's like you want to talk about willpower? Page 92, 93, 156, 170, and 230. So good luck finding the one that has the rules for it specifically because they don't all have the rules for it.
I'll write it down next time you mention it.
This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna Google it. It's gonna be easier. I would have had the answer by now if I just Googled it. Spending willpower
I
in
need a
vampire.
titanium straw as a weapon.
I like
like drink. That'd be really funny.
The second half is treat everyone like a human Capri Sun. And I'm like, yes, yes.
A human Capri Sun. Oh, that's so good.
so good.
That's like perfect for Emmy too. She's like a little juice box. John's like, no. But you know it's
I'm
true.
cool with that. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna last like 5 sessions until zero humanity going like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no, you'll become unplayable
That's
very
only if
quickly.
she kills them. She could just go out num 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 for a little while.
Yeah. Just a little sip.
So, yeah, it's
Just
taste.
little sips. I don't
I
need
think
like.
we're all in a race to see who could lose humanity the fastest. Yeah. We're all kind of like, I'm gonna do something fucked up, and I'm gonna take them consequences.
Well, I like to spend my my willpower, so I keep trying to play into my vice, which is lust for blood, in hopes that Mathas goes, "You get your willpower back." Instead,
Yeah.
Temporary willpower has the
ahead.
ability to contain and control the effects of frenzy. Frenzy can happen when a vampire goes without blood. By spending a temporary willpower point, the character can hold the effects of either one of these. But can't you spend willpower to buff yourself?
Found it.
Where? Yeah, hit
Page
me.
132 of the World of Darkness book.
That is not even in the back. They're like 132 doesn't exist.
It's under heroic effort.
Okay, cool. 132 for me gives me summoning. So what does yours say? What does it do? Just tell me.
The blue book, not the vampire book.
Oh, that's in the other book. So read out the rule for me if you don't mind.
So you can spend a willpower point and add 3 dice to your dice pool
That's
before
what it
all
is.
penalties for your roll have been applied.
Gotcha. Okay, so add 3d10 if you want to
I
add to
told you,
your roll.
I use those all the time.
I get 3d10.
You can add 3d10 to your roll.
So it's just plus 3.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. And
Thank
I get
you,
those
John.
back
I
by
appreciate that.
playing to my vices or virtues, right?
That is also correct.
But that's on your...
That is on me. Yeah.
Cool. I'm cool with that. All right. So I'm gonna roll this bad boy. Strength plus brawl.
Mhm.
That's my 3. One success.
That's all you need is one success. So this guy flails and tries to push you off, throwing kicks and punches or whatever as he's crouched in the corner. But you're small, you're nimble, and you get in there and you're able to lay your teeth into this guy. What's the plan here? How much do you plan on pumping him for blood? I think it's like a point.
Yeah.
I think you can down a point per turn.
I would like to take all the blood I possibly can from him.
Okay, so turn 1, you're just gonna get 1 point, and then
Okay.
once that first point, his fighting more or less ceases as he kind of succumbs to the kiss. All right, so Emmy just getting back
You
there.
are just straight murdering then.
Yeah, she's like,
Everything's gonna be all right.
and then he's like freaking out, and
Yep.
she just like, as her fangs come out, he just starts freaking out, and she just like grabs onto him and bites and like latches on.
Gulpy, gulpy, gulpy.
Perfect. Now we go to Jimmy. Jimmy, you know what you see before you.
Everyone in this room is dead or dying.
That is correct.
It's kind of what we were sent to do.
I guess I'll go downstairs.
All right, so you're just kind of like, fuck it, I'm going downstairs.
I mean, Callie was downstairs, right?
Yeah. So
So-
you make your way down
Shut
the stairs.
In the face.
He wants
Needing
to.
help right now.
Could grow a new face.
Yeah.
Who
Jimmy,
needs this face? I have like 4 others that I can just plaster right on there.
So
just check for beer in the fridge. That's all.
you make your way downstairs, and it's not far because you wheel to your left, and the stairs lead directly into the hallway. And the sight you see is like Callie on like 2 feet in one hand with her claw up in the air, clearly reeling from an attack she just attempted, with this guy pressed up against the wall, gun still close, watching her. And do you want to just go in for an attack? Is that the plan?
Yeah, my speed is 10. Can I get to this guy?
I'm trying to think. 10, 1, you can get up to him, but it'll be your whole turn to get up to him. You won't be able to make an attack.
That seems fine.
Okay. So, yeah, you're just kind of running your way down the stairs, seeing that, and it goes to them as you get up to him. And this guy is going to basically just take more shots at Callie at this point. Realizing you're there, actually, no. This guy mumbles under his breath. You hear him say, "Fuck this," and he just sprints for the back door. He's looking to get out. He's
What
looking
a
to
bitch.
run.
He
He's-
didn't run from me,
kidding.
but he's running now that there's like some werewolf-looking motherfucker. Like,
2 on
showing
1,
up.
2 on 1. All right, that's too much for
Bullshit.
him. He's out. He's gonna run.
It's sexist. Sexist. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's messed
clearly.
Up, man.
So yeah, he's
Do
usually
I
hear him.
even look like I have a sex at this point?
I mean, probably not. That's on you. It's up to you.
I don't think so. Unless people know the creature you are, I don't think that they're gonna know.
yeah,
that
they
much.
just see
I'm
a
not gonna assume.
monster. Ha!
Unless they're educated.
So yeah, this guy quickly just says "fucking look," and he starts sprinting out the back door, or at least making his way. He gets the door swings open. He gets outside the back, like just outside the door before his turn ends. The other guy, meanwhile, is going to attempt to fight back against Scott because he really doesn't have much of a choice. So he's gonna try and fight Scott. Scott, do you have a defense of any type? He's gonna
I
be taking
do,
penalties
because
anyway.
Because I used celerity, it's a 5 right now instead of a 4.
Okay, gotcha. So your defense went up further.
Yeah, from a 4 to a 5.
All right, and this guy's not. All right, well, good luck, buddy. All right.
Jimmy, I'm just double checking. John, you can use celerity to bump you up in initiative. You can use celerity to bump up your defense. You can use celerity to bump up your speed. Does it do all 3 of those things, or is it one of those 3 things when you do it? I thought you activated it and it was active for the round. Just confirming, because I know you know vampire better than me.
I'll check real quick. I'm not sure I entirely remember.
Because you can do all 3 of those things. I believe it's all 3 of those things because it's for the round, I believe. But otherwise, Mike, if you want to make the attack roll, just assume.
I did. He missed horribly. So this guy takes like pot shots at you, attempting desperately to take a shot at you. And the bullets just hit the floor, like relatively close to your feet, but in no way hitting you at all. And he continues to cough and gurgle as the life from his eyes is fading rather rapidly. And then it goes to the top of the turn, which is Varys.
You are right, Scott. On a turn, you spend the point for celerity. It applies to all the things it does.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. Thank you. I'm going to. No, I'm no longer in Slattery. I'm going to. I mean, this guy doesn't need to die, and so I will. No, I'm Bloodlust. Fuck it. I'm gonna stabby him.
Okay. And with that, drawing your sword out very quickly from his gut and kind of the blood kind of spattering off of it, you just run the blade across his neck, and the gurgling ceases to come from his mouth and just comes out of his throat as blood kind of pours, and he collapses to knee, then to face, and a couple quick twitches in the body is no longer moving as blood pools from underneath him. The sight behind you, however, as the body falls and you now can see a little bit more clearly, is Emmy latching her fangs into... Where on his body did you latch your fangs, Emmy?
Probably just like his neck.
All right, into his neck, and this guy is calm, awake clearly, but has succumbed to the kiss. And
does he look like that? He's the target, the one that we're here for?
101%, yes.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna say to Emmy, like, so as I like finish this person, I look over and see that, I'm just gonna be like, Emmy, did we want to get information for him before we did that?
Too late. She's already gone. Him.
Okay.
So is it one of those like she ignores and just like nuzzles in deeper? Like,
Yeah.
All right, so that'll be your turn, Scott. Next up is going to be... yes, I figured as much. Is going to be, was it Callie? Callie, this guy is sprinting out at the door. Do you give chase?
Yes.
Okay. You can easily catch up to him with your movement and also get an attack in if you'd like.
God, I have to really think about this. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the legs, both of them. I'm gonna try and like tackle him from behind.
Do you want to make a grapple check or do you want to make an attack roll? Because a grapple, he's gonna get an opposed roll versus you.
I'm just gonna try and tackle him.
So a grapple check. Okay, so it's an opposed strength plus brawl checks.
Yeah.
So you may make yours.
She's gonna do the stupid option. She's very good at that.
That's fine. That's not, you're strong, so you have a good roll.
I'm strong, but I don't roll well. All right. Sorry, I lost my stuff. So it's strength and brawl again.
Yep. Opposed.
Anything else I have to roll?
Nope. That's it. You don't get any minuses. It's just gonna be opposed rolls.
Son of a dick.
Okay.
Wound penalty. Is that true? Because I have the blasting
I
damage.
mean, I guess everyone's kind of, to some extent, a son of a
Everybody
dick.
gets a wound. If you cross.
Is a son of a dick. See? That's why it's funny.
Yes, you do get the wound penalty.
At some point.
I'm glad the wound penalty automatically works itself into the roll, though. That makes me happy.
I'm not.
Relying on Mike's mistakes.
Why? I got nothing. I am so mad at this guy. I'm gonna get so many bats tonight. I'm just gonna like salt him up.
Emmy, it goes to you. You drain another point off of this guy. No problem. You've gotten 2 points off of him.
What happens when you're like max vitae? Do you just like hang out there?
Yeah, I mean, you're just gorged yourself. It doesn't give you anything special. You could drink it, but it's not going to do anything for you. You're full.
Okay.
All right. So Emmy, so you're just going to keep drinking. That's fine. Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
We gotta stop this guy from getting away, right? So
yeah, that's what I was saying. You can do the same. You can reach him and make an attack if you'd like.
Yep, you can do that.
Okay, -1 for his defense. That's all. If you're just doing a straight attack.
Okay. Yep. Oh, bye, dude.
That's
Seriously,
a lot
what?
of damage.
Aggravated damage.
Yeah, so that's aggravated damage, which is a lot of damage.
Oh God, how do you describe that?
Yeah, well, it's much like the last time you used his claws on somebody. When Jimmy strikes this guy, I imagine down the back, The dude just you feel no resistance. Like it's like a lightsaber going through paper. You know what I mean? You just your claws are supernatural, and you just rip through flesh, muscle, and bone. As if there was nothing there. And again, blood just pours out as this guy stumbles forward. And aggravated damage, it's still, if he only takes 3 and that's all he's taken, he's still up, correct? It doesn't do, like, life-threatening? Jimmy?
Sorry, if that's the only damage he's ever taken,
yeah, he's still alive. Yep. So, again, he screams, and now he's outside, and there's a scream. You don't kill him, but he's not going to be okay, is what I'm more or less getting at. It is going to be his turn, and he is going to continue running. He's going to try and leap a fence between this yard and the next door neighbor's yard. This is not going to go necessarily all that well for him, but we will find out because it's going to be a dex plus athletics roll for him, and he is neither massively dexterous nor athletic. He clambers, and he is able to stumble and fall his way over the fence. However, it's going to eat up his movement in order to do so. So he didn't have to get far to get to the fence, and he's climbing, and he's whimpering in pain as he's climbing, but he's doing it as fast as he can, and he just kind of peels himself over the fence, and you see him kind of just lurch himself over, and you hear the clunk of him hitting the dirt grass ground on the other side. But he did make his way over this like picket fence, this wooden picket fence that is in front of you, that you two could easily just smash through if you so choose. But that's his turn. Varys, we go to you. What, are you just going to keep standing guard? You heard a scream in the backyard.
Yeah. If I like go to the window and look out that way, can I see what's going on?
This is the window in the back where this is there, and they went out the back door. And you can see when you run over to the window, Jimmy and Callie, like mid-run, they're giving chase as you probably see this guy barely kind of limp himself over the fence.
This is one guy, right?
One guy.
Is anybody engaged with this person at the moment?
You mean in melee?
Yeah.
No, nobody's melee with him right now. Jimmy and Callie are giving chase.
Can I see him? I know they're giving chase. Can I see
No,
him?
you saw him fall over, but you can't see him from this angle. He's too up against the fence. You can't see directly behind it.
Did it look like he fell over the fence? Or
oh yeah,
he
fall. Like he climbed up and then went plop.
I'm going to aim at the bottom of the fence, and it's only wood, and I have lead bullets, so I'm going to aim at the bottom of the fence where it went over, and
you're just gonna like take a couple pot shots and hope you hit him, more or less.
Yeah. So what's the penalty for not being able to directly see my target as I'm firing my gun at him?
So you're gonna take your -1 for his defense normally. I kind of think I'm going to give you a -3 for not being able to see him, but knowing his general vicinity. So it's not like you're shooting at an eye or a head, but it's like you're aiming at a limb, more or less. So a total of a -4 to your roll.
Holy fuck, -4. Okay. I'm going to use a willpower to get myself a +3.
Okay.
So I'm only rolling a -1.
Yep.
And hope that that doesn't suck. Dexterity, weaponry. I'm going to give myself a -1. Cross your fingers for me. Oh, wait, no, wrong weapon. Sorry.
You swing with your katana from...
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah, he just hurls his katana.
He throws it, yeah, like javelin style.
He hits his target, but it doesn't go through the wood. It just sticks out of the wood.
Damn!
You're kidding me right now.
All right.
Oh, my God.
So Varys quickly runs over to the window, sees this guy kind of fall over, obviously hurt, and kind of just in his mind, just some quick, like, he's probably there, lowers his gun, and just fires a few rounds, again, very loud, and the bullets just, thunk, 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 thunk. Jimmy and Callie, you hear a couple, and then silence. He's probably dead, but you can't see him, but you know he at least got hit. Yeah, good job. Varys, what a shot. Emmy, you drain another point out of this guy on your turn. Oh no, Callie, you first. I apologize.
Yeah.
Even before when he gave chase, Cal was already just kind of bored and walking away at this point. She's like...
So you hear the gunshots and you just kind of like, fuck it, and turn around and head out.
Yeah, I'm going to go talk to more possums. Like, this is
right.
probably taken care of. These people
She's like the dog from Upside Down. She's like talking to you, and then she's like, squirrel.
No, Varys is just like, fuck this. Like, she didn't really want to go on this in the first place. Like, I'm not down. So
Not down. Understood.
so this is all optional. It's just like, okay, you guys have this covered. Now I can do whatever I want. So she's going to go and plot around the side of the house again.
Sounds good. Then we go to Emmy. Drain another point, Emmy?
I'm gonna stop for a moment and because like Varys is at the window shooting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she's just gonna talk to him for a moment, like,
Yep.
Is everything okay out there?
It is now. Like, look, you know.
Okay.
and she goes back to draining the guy's blood. Then I guess.
Okay, so you down another point. So it's been 3 points total. Jimmy, it goes to Jimmy. Jimmy, do you want to check?
Does
Make sure-
nothing for me though, because I'm max midday.
Are you gluttonous?
No, I'm not. Like as far as like a vice,
Okay.
maybe I should have gluttonous as a vice.
I'm just curious.
Probably should.
What is your vice?
So it's dark in
It's
the backyard,
prideful.
right?
Yeah,
I
so
like it.
again, it's lit by moonlight. It's a semi-cloudy night, but it is night. There's no big spotlight or motion light that triggers when you go back there or anything. The porch
Okay, well,
itself
my vice is sloth, so I walk away.
okay. You just assume he's been killed.
Yep. I just turn around and be
Oh,
like, okay,
no.
everybody, take out the,
Shit.
kill the ghoul, let's go.
Okay, we are out of combat. So Callie is gonna go do her thing on the side of the house for her possum friend. Varys, you gonna keep guard on Emmy while she continues to drain?
Yeah, to make sure that she's good to go. I mean,
'Kay.
I'm not going to question her motives.
Okay. And Jimmy, do you head upstairs or you just stay downstairs? I just want to know where people are.
I think Jimmy is like yelling up the stairs. Okay, we're done. Let's go.
Gotcha. Cool. So it's going to take about, just to kill him via draining, you're looking at about maybe 20 more seconds of drinking, or maybe like 10 more seconds of drinking this guy. You've
When
already
I'm
taken
done, I
three.
want to clean up the scar.
Yep, the wound. Absolutely. So
The
you,
wound.
drain,
So I want to clean up the
drain.
wound, and then I'm gonna tell Varys. Basically, when she's done, she's gonna be like,
You might wanna.
and she picks up the gun from the other guy, and grabs it with something else that's not her handprint, and hands it to Varys. And she goes stands over the window, and she's like,
You might want to shoot him from like here.
and she
I'll
just
just
holds
take it.
the weapon.
I'll just take it, shoot him from the back of the head.
just to make
You
sure.
know, with-
Yeah.
Yep, we make sure that the cloth is on there as well, and like rub it down or whatever afterwards. Just toss it back on the ground.
Okay. By the time you are finished rubbing it down and cleaning up what you can everybody make me a wits plus composure check, please?
Sure.
Plus composure.
Sound of the police.
Wait, is that my roll? 4, 6. No, that can't be my roll. Is that my roll? 4 successes? I don't think I've ever gotten
Callie's
Being
preoccupied.
shot in the face.
that.
That's fine. And
I'm dizzy. I don't even know where
He's
I am
also
right
like
now.
looking for.
I can't.
Possums.
I'm sorry, Nika. I can't remember. Have you ever played Vampire before or no?
Old one. I played
Masquerade.
Like
Because
years
you might
ago.
not know this, but you can actually spend Vitae to heal that damage. So
Right
you
now,
can-
I'm just like I guess we're just kind of getting away.
No. I know. The reason why I was bringing it up because if you
Yeah.
spent 1 point, you would heal one, and it would reduce your penalties. You know what I mean?
I think
So
one
you-
is
Yeah.
3 bashing. Pretty close.
Really?
Yes.
Oh fuck that! I'm done. All right.
Yeah, you can. It
To hell
basically
with
takes
you,
a turn.
3 bashing. Shit!
Okay.
If I knew that.
Yeah. That's why
Uh,
I was like, be good, like heal.
I
so
didn't know that I could just be like.
it
and we're
it basically
out. So,
takes
yeah.
your
healing
turn
makes
more
me
or less.
feel real.
If you want to go
okay?
ahead, since we'll say your Callie would have
Or
done
the
that.
pain makes me feel.
We'll say Callie would have done that a couple of turns ago, so I want make me another wits plus composure. if you
Okay,
want.
are you well, at least right now? Because she's like, in the moment she's not going to do that, but right now she is. So
That's fine. So 2 successes. So all of you here,
That doesn't suck.
all of you hear very clear sounds of sirens, multiple sirens, close, and you all know what that means.
Peace out, homies.
An excellent police response time.
GG, no re.
A safe neighborhood?
A safe neighborhood. A
The
very
safest
safe,
neighborhood.
family-oriented school neighborhood, which is where you are. Where do you go?
This is where we do not belong.
No, not at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I roll something with Streetwise to know where the fluff to go? And then I intended to kind of like peace out with Emmy, and we'd all just kind of like rejoin somewhere. So unless Emmy wants to split, I'd stick with her.
I'm leaving. I mean, my plan was to leave after we shot that last guy.
Yeah, absolutely, but can we make a roll to see where to go? Or it's,
I mean, you do know the house not far where Jimmy and you guys have been holing up. Other than that, the area, you all don't really know this area well at all.
I think we just go back to our place.
So, yeah.
That's what I would do.
Can I have you all please also make me an intelligence plus politics check?
fuck.
Yeah, I'm good at this one. Fucking
I'm terrible.
everyone, hold up. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
but
I
you're
have
not with us.
Oh.
Yeah, but
everyone.
everybody. I want everybody to make me an intelligence plus
everybody?
politics.
Emmy got
Oh
1.
my god.
Jimmy
So fucking
minus
somebody.
3. That's so good.
What the hell?
Oh, that's fine. You succeeded. Emmy and Callie succeed. You only need
to roll
to.
a chance die.
You
I have 8 and I got 1.
Goodness gracious. Okay.
Oh,
So it hits your memories, at least Callie has. Everybody's panicking and the sirens are coming and Jimmy's like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And Varys is like, yeah, I agree. We got to go now. You do remember leaving evidence of a crime is a terrible idea and it's against the masquerade. And you were warned once about it before. And there's...
Well, that's why I made it seem like... That's why I was telling him to shoot the other guy to make it seem like they all shot each other.
However, Jimmy, there is a body with 3 giant claw marks ripping down the back of him on the other side of a fence. Now,
Okay, well, that's a different story.
all I'm saying is and Mr. Sinclair already gave you like, we had to clean up your mess once. Don't do it again. Like, you should know the rules. However, these cops are not far. You're kind of at a crossroads, as it were, as to the 4 of you. What are you gonna do?
I don't give a fuck. I'm picking up my boy Possum. Is he around?
Oh yeah, Possum. After a little while looking, you find Possum Boy. There he is, and he's very
Jerome.
excited to see you. He climbs up onto your shoulder if you let him.
I snag him. I'm just like, we gotta go, fool. And he's lovely. So I book it. I'm leaving without you guys.
Okay. She pieces out without saying a word to the 3 of you.
Out of character, what is the normal way to clean up bodies?
All right, out of character. I have so many ways to tell you. So
In a
Let
fast
me
manner.
warn you. So this is the danger of doing kind of crimes like this in a populated
I don't do this on a
area.
normal basis. Just leave you
If
alone.
it had just been gunshots or licked wounds or whatnot, you guys probably could have left it. And while there really wouldn't be much evidence of it being other than an armed robbery of some sort on this house, the issue is more or less that one body more than the other 2. Because the other 2 died relatively, quote unquote, normally. A couple. I mean, granted.
Can we just lick the scars and they'll go away?
That's not how. It's not how it works. I mean, you could, as chat has been suggesting, throw the bodies in the building and burn the place down if you so choose. You could just try and take this one body and try and take it with you without being like inconspicuously. You could leave it and maybe Scott's in contact. No, he doesn't really have any contacts on this local police force. Yeah, it's more or less you got one guy.
Sprinkle werewolf fur all over his body.
I guess
just let them
there's
figure it out.
the clawed guy is upstairs with us, right? With me.
No,
and-
the clawed guy stumbled over the fence on the ground in the yard
He's
next door.
theoretically
Okay, so
in the
I don't know
backyard
about
somewhere.
this guy, so I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah, you think it's fine.
We should probably get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gone, man.
All right.
I don't know that he ripped the guy open with claws, so I'm not
True.
even thinking.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't know this, so
That's fine.
So I'm going to lead Emmy into what I think is the sneakiest way out of here. Probably hopping over the same fence that we just shot a guy through, and shot a guy through whatever, and head straight back to Jimmy's safe house that's nearby. How many blocks nearby was it, Mike?
3 blocks away.
They're probably going to close down a radius bigger than 3 blocks. I'm worried about
Yeah.
dogs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we should just
I'm
go
not gonna
home.
Stop at that house. Let's go home. Yeah.
We should just go home. Yeah.
So
I'm
basically,
gonna go in sewers. Can I sewer?
yes, absolutely. Manhole on a street, easy peasy. You find one, and you're strong, so you just kind of get your fingers under it, lift it, and you clamber down with your possum and put this hole down.
And the whole time I'm like talking to him. I'm like, so what's your story?
And he happily chats with you.
What do
and
you like?
Garbage is he loves garbage.
Who'd you vote for in the 2016 election?
So he goes to Jimmy. Jimmy, what is your plan? Do you plan on just leaving, getting the hell out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a safe house.
Cool. Is you the same one
My-
or just another one that you know that's nearby?
A different one, a little further away. I mean, it's not like
No, yeah.
5 in the morning, right?
Right. No. You
Okay.
guys started doing this shortly after midnight, and this was about a 5-minute adventure all told. So you're good to go.
So I have time to get the car and drive across town and bed down somewhere nice. and
Yeah,
safe.
yeah.
I'm taking a point of willpower back because like that was pure sloth.
Yep.
Right? That was my
I'm
vice.
gonna give you a willpower point. I'm also gonna
All
give
up and down
Varys
the
a
street.
willpower point for starting a fight he might not necessarily need to for his bloodlust and the like. And yeah, and maybe the other two I got to think on that. If you had gluttony, I would have given it to you, Emmy, easily.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
Maybe that is my vice now. No, I'm
It's
just kidding.
I know it's a little early, but we've been going for about an hour and a half, so I want to take a break at this point because it feels right. Everybody go grab a drink. Do what you need to do. We will return with
You get an experience for killing that
well,
guy?
we experience comes at the end of the session.
Experience and humanity.
I want to get it.
Humanity
I wanna
rolls.
get it now.
Some people might be making a humanity roll. We'll see. All right, guys, we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go
I'm okay
anywhere.
with that.